Hey y'all, welcome to the first video in series of the cheap car trade up challenge. We're starting with this $600 Honda Civic. We put it through an insane transformation. It went from boring to slick, man. We went through this entire thing, did all the body work on it, put paint on it, went ahead and did some mechanical work to it, wheel studs, and oil change, revamped the whole interior, trunk carpet kit, detailed the whole inside, new shifter knobs, door panel stuff, new radio, and we're going to see what we can trade this thing up to. So let's dive right into it, and hopefully we can trade up in value and get to that brand new off the lot truck that we're trying for.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We got a 2000 Honda Civic here with 132,000 miles, and this is going to be the start of our cheap car trade up challenge. We got this thing for 600 bucks. She needs a couple things. We're going to start by putting a battery in it and some fuel, and then we'll go over everything that it needs and dive right into it. So this car's been sitting for about 5 years. So we're going in with some B12 and 5 gallons of mid-grade. Hopefully it'll all mix in, clean the injectors, and get this thing home safely. This is a fuel injected car, so it should start up, no issues. In part, got power in here. All right, we got an exhaust on it. Everything sounds pretty good right off the rip. Power windows are working. And hit reverse. All right, locked into reverse. And drive. Here we go. All right, here we go, starting out in first. We're hammering it. First, second, third. Oh, she's slow. She's so slow. All right, while we're in third, we're going to try the AC. AC works. There's fourth gear, 3,000 RPM. We're coming up on 70. Oh, there we go. Fifth gear and at 70 miles an hour. We're running 2,900 RPMs. Oh, man, we don't have any brakes. So we blew this brake hose out down on the unibody. It's not going to focus. So we clamped the brake line here, and hopefully that'll get us home. It's sketchy, but it'll get us home, and I can swap this line out. Okay, guys, we made it back last night. The car didn't overheat on the way home. Had no issues at all. So we can mark off the cooling system and all that as long as there's no leaks. It's been sitting here all night and there's nothing leaking underneath it. I was told that the rack and pinion does leak on this car. So we'll have to address that. Go to the auto parts store and grab some stuff. I want to do a quick walk around of it here in depth so y'all can see it before we get going on it. I know that here in the trunk has been completely gutted, so we need a spare tire, jack, and all the carpeting here in the back. The seal looks good and everything. Right now I'll go ahead and address the paint on this thing. I'm going to try and strip the trunk because it's just been spray painted over, and I think I can sand it down and then get back to the actual base silver and then do a wipe on clear coat or something. If we want to go that far, I haven't decided if I wanted to yet. I think on the back end, we'll definitely get more money out of this with a nice paint job. But let's go ahead and look more in depth inside here, and then we'll pop the power barn up front, and then we will start on this thing. Okay, super quick here, we'll run through it. We need 2 new door cards, passenger side, driver side. We need a radio. We need a shifter knob. We need to figure out the sunroof. I was told it worked when they cleaned it up before they sold it. So I got to figure out why it's not working now. I couldn't get cruise control to set, so I got to figure that out. Back seat. pretty clean. I don't know, I might look for a spare one in the junkyard, but all the back cards and everything look fine here. Headliner, we'll just leave that. All right, now let's go under the hood. Yeah. All right. Definitely need a detail. It's good that the hood is the original color of the car. So all this front clip we're going to strip and hopefully do the same thing as the back. I know the doors have been swapped. They're red. So I'm going to have to burn in silver, hopefully get that in an aerosol can, and that'll be okay. Light bar is going to come off. We've got to dress up the headlights and clean up all in here. But other than that, everything looks in really good shape. We're going to go ahead and zip these tires off really quick, check the pads in the front and the drums in the back. Then we're going to run to the auto parts store, grab some wheel studs. A couple of them are busted off, and a couple other things, maybe some rack and pinion power steering stop leak. Definitely grab some oil for this thing, get an oil change on her. All right, guys, we got the wheel off. Brake pads look pretty good, 30-40% still left on them. Rotors look fairly good, don't need turned or anything. There's no wobbling in the brake system on our way back, so we're just going to go ahead and leave this be. We'll run to the parts store, maybe take our little worker buddy with us here, and put him to work when we get back. Ended up getting all the fixings, so we're gonna knock out the wheel studs tonight. The Super Bowl's on later, so we're gonna do as much as we can before we lose all the sunlight here. I'm gonna try and scuff the back trunk tonight too, see if we can get down to that base coat and rest easy tonight knowing that we can save most of the paint on this car. But let's dive into the brakes, get these wheel studs swapped out, and then we'll move on to the next thing. Took me some time to get the hub off of the hub assembly just because I don't have a puller. But we got the old studs beat out. New studs going in here. So we're going to go ahead and run them on. I'm just using a pair of needle nose vice grips here. And hopefully that's going to be enough to pull the studs from the back all the way through. All right, guys. 3 new studs, driver's side front. I'm going to go ahead and reinstall it, and hopefully I can use a CV axle to pull all this hub and hub assembly back together without damaging the bearing. Might have to whack on it a couple of times because it looks like I don't have enough threads here. But time lapse it, and then after this, we'll jump on something else. So we're losing sunlight fast. So we're going to go in, change the oil with this 1030 synthetic blend O'Reilly's and a micro guard filter. Oh, she's tight. Must have been done out of Jiffy Lube. Good Lord, that was tight. All right. Yeah. Not a drop on the hand. Well, we got 1 drop on the hand. I have located the oil filter and got to pull it out. It's all the way back up here on the back side of the motor. This is going to be fun getting the new one in. Man, the neighborhood is bussing tonight with the Super Bowl going on. But let's go ahead and throw some oil in this thing. What we got out of it was maybe 2 quarts. It takes 3.8, I believe. And it is just straight water. So let's go ahead and get her all filled up here.
So I ended up taking a pretty deep dive into this paint after changing the oil. It turns out the car was originally green and there was very little silver left to work with. So I decided to just go ahead and strip as much of it as I could tonight before the rain moved in, and the rest we will do in the morning. Good morning, y'all. It's been an extensive morning already. As you can see, I've stripped the car of all the lights, tail light bezel, um, license plate cover, bumpers, all that. Last night before I went to work, I hit LKQ and ended up getting some nice speakers for the car since there are no speakers in it. A new shifter knob, a whole brand new carpet kit for the trunk here. Sorry guys, it's a little windy out today and the phone just fell over. We're gonna go ahead and jump to the inside of this thing. We got rain coming here in the next like hour and a half. The seat brackets where they bolt to the floor are a little rusty. They're all manual seats, so it's just 4 bolts. Pull them out. I'm going to wire wheel those and paint them black. It's going to make it look so much better just off the rip. It's right where your eyes kind of hook to when you open the door. So I'm going to get that done. I'll probably scrub the carpets and shop back them out real quick. Throw all that back in there. And then we just have to hit the car with 800 grit, maybe 1200. And we're going to shoot some Rust-Oleum metallic on it. It's actually really, really close to the paint code that is original to this car. And then I have 2K clear. I got, let's see, 8 cans of that, and I think we should be able to do the whole car with that at least. And then the bumpers, we can just use 1K, which is way cheaper if we run out. But it should look really, really good when we're done. And let's just dive right into it. Y'all don't forget to take your filters out. Ask me how I know that. So the car detailed out great, and we just made it before the rain moved in. I wanted to stay productive, so I went ahead and sanded the headlights with 600, 1,000, and then 2,500 grit. Morning, y'all. It's a super early one today. Fiddled with this tent for about 30 minutes this morning before the sun came up. But it's paint day. Finally have some good weather here. It's been about a week of super windy, rainy weather. And we're going to use some Rust-Oleum metallic silver titanium base. I've heard this has some crazy, crazy flake in it. And then we're going with the Spray Max, let's see, Clear Glamour as our clear coat. And this is about a quarter the price of the OEM base coat. So save some money there. Spend a little bit extra on the 2K clear with the bladder and the bottom you break. So it should really make this metallic pop. I have got to tape off the sunroof really quick, and we're fighting the wind today. We're still gonna have some wind, and all these trees here are dropping crazy amounts of leaves. I've already blown twice this morning, and leaves are already falling again. And we're gonna jump right in. I'll show you how I'm gonna shoot this thing, and hopefully it comes out all right. Time to kick this baby into high gear. We got the sunroof taped off. We hit all the primer spots on the hood and this fender here. I'm gonna go ahead and wet the concrete down, and then I'll show you all the pattern. I'm gonna go vertically here on the hood, all the way back, just like the pros do it, but with cheap stuff, you know? It should come out good. Super excited. Let's get into it. Sun's coming up. Let's do it. Coat 2, let's do it. Alright guys, check this out. Came out pretty good. There's some spots where you can still see like some of the body work. I guess I didn't get fully. And I put this up because we had a ton of leaves falling on this back half, so I got a bunch of trash there. You can see some lines here. I'm hoping the clear will kind of blend that. But we're not going for perfect here. We're going for better than it was. Metallic is looking sweet. 2.5, 3 coats on this car of base is looking great now. So we're going to go ahead and spray our 2K. Remember, if anybody's doing this at home, wear your respirators. 2K stuff, it'll get in your lungs and heart and kill you. So make sure you got your PPE for this stuff, at least like an N95 mask. And I went ahead and put on like a crappy old long sleeve shirt just so it's not all over my hands. I'm sure my legs are going to get some of it, but we're going to go ahead and bust the bladder on the bottom of this thing, mix it up, and then get the spraying. Hopefully 2 coats we can do on this car and it'll make it pop. Just got the first coat of clear on. The bugs are starting to come out, of course. Coat number 2 coming in hot. Another day and this paint is cured up real nice. We got this thing unwrapped. Now let's go ahead and paint the bumpers and the trim pieces. Damn guys, she's back together and she looks fantastic. I can already see myself cruising the town, eating some tacos, bumping my 212s in the trunk. I want to keep this car so bad, it's so clean. But we're gonna go ahead. Long overdue list that we need to keep track of is our budget and what we've got going on money wise in this car. So now that we're just about done, ready to post this thing on Facebook Marketplace, we have $600 initially invested in this car. I put $70 in oil, wheel studs, power steering leak stop for the rack and pinion. The paint was $300. I spent about $170 on clear coat for that 2K clear in the can, and about a $130 on all the cans for the base metallic on this car, and then add $50 for sandpaper. So we're in the paint job about $350 and our labor. I got a radio for this car, $50, and pick your part. We went and spent $100 on interior stuff, um, and stuff like on the door right here. Got all that for $100. And then can't forget about your time. I've probably got about 15 hours in this car so far, and I like to think that I will get paid on the back end about $20 an hour. Um, that's something that y'all can keep in your cost breakdown or not. I'm just gonna leave it out because we're using our labor to trade up to get to the next level. But all in all, that's where we're at. It's like $1,100 and change. But look what we got, man. This car has gone through an insane transformation. And now we're going to get it on Facebook Marketplace and we're going to see what we can trade up to. I'm going to try and get a truck on trade for this and then keep going back and forth just because people seem to want to go from cars to trucks or trucks to cars. So I think that'll be our best trade up opportunity because they're trying to get into something. So they're willing to take a little bit uh, lesser of a value of a trade to get, that economical car. Or once we have the truck, they're going to want the truck and they'll give up that little bit nicer of a car. But here she is, y'all. I think we're going to have a really good trade up with this car. I appreciate y'all watching the video up until this point. If y'all made it here, you're legends. But let's see what this 2000 Honda Civic with 132,000 miles will trade us up to.